Have you ever had a premonition or a dream and wondered what the interpretation is and what it means? Psychologists have been helping people interpret their dreams for many years, but the greatest person who interpreted dreams was Joseph. In this week's portion of Miketz, Pharaoh has a dream. He dreams that he's standing in the middle of the Nile, and he looks on the shore, and there are 7 healthy cows. And then 7 thin and unhealthy cows come and devour the healthy ones. And he doesn't understand what that dream could possibly mean. And he asks all his advisors, and they can't interpret it. Finally, Joseph is brought to them. And when Pharaoh tells Joseph his dream, he says, I was standing on the edge of the Nile, and I saw this event with the cows. Joseph, who immediately responds and says, wait a second. Sfas lo yodati. I don't know what you mean by standing on the edge of the river. You were actually in the middle of the river. And at that point, Pharaoh understood that this was a man who was full of the knowledge of interpreting dreams and that it came from God. This is based on a midrash and a verse in the book of Psalms. And Joseph goes on to explain that there will be 7 years of good growth in the land and then 7 years of famine. And Pharaoh picks Joseph and makes him the second in command of Egypt, which seems strange that he should do that to someone who was a Jew and had recently been in prison. But he did it because he understood that Joseph had the ability to understand and interpret dreams properly. And this is what Joseph did. But he did it ultimately for the purpose of making the land of Egypt a place where the Jewish people could settle and flourish and eventually leave with the riches of Egypt and leave to go to Mount Sinai and receive the greatest riches, which was the 613 mitzvahs given in the Torah. I wish you a wonderful and beautiful Shabbat Shalom.